All right, so we are coming at you live, Mentorship Monday. Let's do this. All right, trading is risky, all that jazz. Let's get into it here tonight. We're going to do some reviews, which means we're going to cover a lot of trades tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go. I've got 3 traders lined up. We have some things that are common across all of them. I kind of reviewed them earlier. I'm just going to start right into them. So we've got 4. We got 3 traders. We got Neo. Then we're going to see Mike Schwartz. Don't miss that one. And another one from Neo. And then one more from Coop himself. All right. So stay till the end. You're not going to want to miss those. Let's start into this first one. This is actually from last Friday. And let's, again, these were struggle days for some. Actually, there was a tricky day today. 2 people today specifically were talking about having some issues right around the same time. And I had a feeling that 940 to 950, that 10-minute window might have gotten them. Let's play this one here and take a peek.
Q on the 4th.
All right, so first I want to pay attention to the layout here. Good things. I like how he's got his buttons centered. He can actively spend his time right here, but I also want to pay attention to this because I did already look over this earlier, where I want to point out where your mouse should be spending the majority of its time. Okay, you should be resting. I want to, if you're taking notes tonight, make a note. Rest your mouse in this area. This is your controller. If you are a PlayStation player, you're going to have your hands on your controller. Your controller are these buttons here on your chart trader. Okay, but I want to make this note right here to start because there is a lot of, if you guys have seen some of my other training videos, there was a lot of this. Okay, now the reason I'm going to point this out is this is not just this trader. All 3 of these traders have this issue here tonight, which is why I want to say you probably have this issue too. What do I mean by fidgeting? When we start playing it in the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But what I like is the layout right in the center of the screen, easy for him to access. He can glance to the right, he can glance to the left. He's got his high time frames over here on the left, and his primary eyes, eye area should be right here in the center, and he's got easy access to his buttons. But what you're going to see is a lot of moving around of some chart stuff that doesn't help. Let's carry on.
Order submitted.
All right, so his first trade here, what's our time of day? It is 9:34. So a little bit, what's the problem with 9:34? Pop quiz. Who is, I know it's super late here tonight on a Monday, family situations and things of that sort, a little bit tough. It's 9:34, right? We're not quite at what time. What's going on here? And remember, this is a Friday as well. So what do we know? What should I be thinking here as far as time frame? Again, we're here to critique, right? Now, mind you, you don't have to be perfect to be profitable. We've said all these things, but if we're going to come and try to help somebody out, right? What are the first things that we need to make sure that are on the top of our mind? Anybody got that one? I know it's late. I don't think we got a lot of folks here. So 9:35, right? Your first trade should be 9:35. And I think some people may not know this, okay? I talk all the time, right? The first 5 minutes, if you're kind of settling in, the big market open comes in there at 9:30. I really think that you should sit through that first 5 minutes just in general. Now, if a perfect trade play setup comes in, then, I mean, absolutely smash that button. So let's see, was this a perfect trade? So we've got a red enigma. We did kind of have a little bounce down. We come up into it. Nice red enigma, no problem. Looking over here to the left, we are in some sideways market conditions here. Can you guys see that on the highest time frame on the 89? Yeah, we got pretty sideways. I mean, the golden ropes are already flattening out. We are almost completely flat here on the 39s, right? Can you guys see that? Completely flat there. And look at this, again, really flat. So everybody should first take a note that we've got some really flat stuff going on. And then even here, right, you can see kind of the flatness of this area. Now, I would have probably already drawn a region zone around this. Where would that region zone be? Right, I mean, you can see it, right? Now you can touch the tops here if you want to drag it back here, somewhere in this area, but this area should be shaded in. Okay. Yes, very good, Elvin. You're right. Sit on hands for those first 5 minutes. Good idea in general. So a little bit concerned there. We didn't mark out the region, but good news. Like, I like that he has marked out the we've got cadence marked out, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? But then we've got a winner right here, which is actually 2, right? 2, and we have a winner. So is this technically a cadence strategy? It's not, right? So we don't have a cadence strategy for this play. So is it perfect? I'm going to go with no. What time is it? Is it the perfect time? No. Yeah, so I'm going to go with right off the bat, we're starting with a questionable trade. So should I be going all in on this first trade? No. Should I be going target 1? Yes. Okay. If you're going to jump the gun, then it better be good. And you should be able to kind of, start off on a good foot there. But a couple of things there right off the bat. Let's play it.
Fib.NQ on the 21. Fib.NQ on the 9 bell.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to figure out, I think he pressed close. Now, I noticed that I believe he pressed close over here. If I saw the mouse, he moved it way over here. And I also want to talk about something else. Let's talk about mouse speed tonight. It's not something that I've spent much time on, but I mentioned it recently. Your mouse speed, if you are fidgeting, this is a hack, okay, and a trick, okay? The trick is slow it down. What do I mean? You can go into your mouse speed settings and go turn it down to where it's actually hard to move your mouse, okay? Where it's like when you move, when you have to kind of move your mouse 3 times, move it all the way across the screen. Some of you guys have your mouse speed super high, so you can just, okay? That's a fidgety mouse, okay? I want you to be confident. I want you to be strong, confident. Yes, we want to execute quickly, but your mouse does not need to move quickly because we want your mouse where? Right here. This is where you should be resting your mouse. On occasion, you might move over to do something, but in general, you want it resting right there. You're going to see a lot of fidgeting. I think he actually closed it over here. I don't know why we wouldn't be playing right here. Did he have a different ATM? No, it looks like the ATMs are even the same. So another thing I have a problem with is why have the same ATM if you're like, what's the difference in these two panels? If you're going to have this here, then have it set to something, right? Have a big and a small. Hopefully you guys have followed that from my videos. If you come out of the box with the standard layout, what do I have, right? I have a big ATM and then I have a small ATM, right? Kind of basic stuff, but I'm just going to hit them here because again, we're missing some of this stuff, right? What's up, Canis Major? Welcome aboard. So I believe, let me roll that back to make sure that's what he did. I believe he hit, so I believe he entered here with the middle one. Yeah, see? So we got to focus here, but I believe he ends up over here with closing it out, and I believe he pressed the close button. I don't think it was a proper stop out, but I believe I saw his mouse zip over there to press close. No, hold on. Okay, so that actually hit the stop. I apologize. I'm wrong on that. Okay, I might be jumping the gun on him. Okay, I think that did hit the stop. It just sounded weird. Okay, scratch that. Not too bad there, but I do think like the mouse was not. I'm paying attention to where the mouse is going. That's a big deal. Where is the mouse? Does he have it over the close? Yeah, I mean he's got his mouse here.
On the 21.NQ.
Okay, adjusting kind of just for no reason. Okay, we're gonna see this a lot, so I just want to pay attention to it. Let's carry on. Okay, so wiggling the mouse or wiggling the chart around doesn't help the trade. Just take a note. Carry on. Okay, it's not 9:35 yet. Okay, does he 2-try rule this one? So here it is. It's 9:35. If he thought that was a good trade, it's coming back down, giving him a second shot here. So if he thought this is a good trade, again, we're kind of in this middle area. The ropes are flat. So can he take this again? Absolutely, he could take this again. I would probably go ahead and take it again if I already took the first one. If I, hopefully I would have skipped the first one, waited till 9:35. He can press the button right now. We're 1 second after 9:35. I'm hoping he hits the button again. I don't remember if he does or not. Let's see.
Fib.NQ on the short.
Oh, and he gets a double. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to take another shot at this one. So play that one. Take a short.
Order.
Okay, now he had to draw that. I get it. He wants to mark out that one was a loser. I get it. But again, boom, right back. Should be right back over here, ready to take that play. Right here we go.
Submitted.
Heard a buyer on a tape. Okay, moving out targets for what? No point. Should not be messing around with targets, not messing around with stops. This is fidgeting. Okay, now I just moved the chart. Okay, he just slid the chart over. No point. 0 point in doing that. Now he's moving the. What does that help? Why do you need to expand the chart? Why are you dragging up? This does nothing for you. Okay, these are wasted clicks, wasted thought processes, wasted. If you're a gamer and you're over there, it's like your controller's here, but you decide that you're gonna, I don't know, take a drink while you're trying to play. Like, you need to have your hands on the keyboards, have hands on the controllers. This is fidgeting for no reason. More fidgeting.
Target.
Okay, so he brings his target one. Why target one? It's only 10 ticks, I believe. I don't know what his target one is here. I can't see. But your target one should just be there, right? If the trade is not going to target one, it wasn't worth it to get into. But to begin with, if you're having to adjust your target one, you have a problem, right? Does everybody know that? So again, another mistake there. And so it looks like he's got an ATM that's auto locking in on top of that. So let your ATM work. If you've got this ATM set so that it auto snapped in, what I'm talking about is his stop was there, right? And you heard the cha-ching sound. That cha-ching sound is a auto break even that he's got set. So I don't see, again, no point in doing that. Little critiques here. Oof. See, I mean, it just goes on. But now what's he doing? Is he moving his stop again? So now he's grabbing the stop, moving it back out. So he's got an auto break even, but now he wants to pull it back again. You see him moving the stop? Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we moving the stop around? Okay, now I think he's going to try to like take it off, but why not just hold your finger over the close? You have hotkeys for this stuff. This drags you down. There's no way for you to add to this position. What if a great layout comes up, something else adds to your position? You have no way of adding to this position right now. I mean, unless he's really hot on the trot for hotkeys, but I don't think so. Again, this is a scenario where, this trader's had, two losing days in a row, tough scenarios. So I'm trying to come in here and critique the small things that are going on wrong. Small things turn into big things. So just a few things here as this one's going forward. Yeah, oh, this is just awful what's going on here. This stresses me out watching this.
Enigma velocity Q3.
Okay, so so we move the stop down, then he tries to drop, won't let it because it's in the wrong place. I mean, basically gets lucky that the thing doesn't hit the stop. He's still in the play, which wouldn't it have just been better just to leave your mouse up here? Okay, let the trade play out. There's a close button, folks. If you want to get out of the position, just press close. Okay. Yeah, man, you're really fighting this thing, right? You're trying to do a lot of work. You're trying to do a lot of wiggling and fidgeting. It doesn't do anything. I have a video around this where it's like you're wiggling a lot. You're not doing anything. If you really feel like you need to see more on your chart, okay, a couple of things I've said. Okay, maybe you've got your margin over here on the right, maybe too small. So key one, adjust your margin over here. If you find yourself constantly sliding your chart over to the left because you want to see extra space over here, I get it. I see a lot of traders doing it. Change the margins. Okay, put this in your notes and apply it effectively. And he's not the only one. So I know other people are doing this. Change the margins on the right and the top side. If he was earlier, he was grabbing this and sliding it up to widen this. If you need to widen this, then that means down here and up here, you have the high side margins to high as well. Shrink them down so that this will automatically space itself out. If you don't know what I mean by that, just go, watch my video on adjusting your charts, but essentially adjust your margins here, here, and here. 3 places. Top side, on the right, okay? Top side, bottom side, right. Now, this play is continuing. What did he just do there? Did he just move his stop in further? Okay, so again, this is just really lack of trust in your tools and your trading. Okay, this is like constantly fidgeting with stuff going on. Now, over here on the right, I see a green enigma. Okay, so we could be closing here. But how do you press the close button when you're over here fidgeting around, moving stuff around? You can't even see that you should be reacting over here to the right because your eyes are all right here, and you can't see over there. There's a big green exit point, right? You got in red, cool. Now we got a green, boom, target's filled, right? You get target 1, great. The runner is there, boom, ton. Like that's a nice play, bro. So yeah, there's a lot going on here and just the first couple trades going on here. Keeps dropping out, but we're still messing with the stops. Okay, I mean, if you're gonna keep going, then let it keep going. Okay. Oh, okay. That one hurts me. Can I see the rest of that one? No. Okay. So that was the 935 scenario. We're at 939. So what are we approaching now? We're approaching the 940 time area, right? We got about 50 seconds to the 940. So 940 to 950, you'll have to watch out for that big reversal scenario, which that is also key. We're going to home in on that because all 3 traders are going to show examples of this situation right here between 940 and 950.
On the NQ3. Enigma on the NQ3. Order submitted.
Okay, good play right here. That is a double. That's a double enigma long. Now we have been moving up here on the mid-range. We know, again, we have been in sideways conditions. So when we hit a top, we can oftentimes go to the bottom. When we hit the bottom, we can go to the top, which is what we see here. Again, continuing to move back and forth up here. So we have to be careful as that 940, 950 comes up. This is going to be a good opportunity to potentially look for that reversal. Have you also seen this looks like a nice steady eddy up and away? Now, I wonder if he was able to have taken that play down there at the 229. I mean, it's a huge move up. I don't know if he got that one or not. I don't know what the cadence was at that time. I can't see to the left, but this is okay. I would take this, no problem. Double enigma to the right. Let's hit that. Now, let's watch how much movement there is. We should be at rest. He's taken his trade. I believe somehow, even with that big winner from before, where does he start from this trade? Is he in negative? Yeah, so he's at minus 176, which I don't know how after that really great trade from before, somehow that really got botched up. He should be in a positive territory with that bigger runner that he had on trade number 1. Remember, trade number 1 was at the wrong time, but okay, take a loser on that. The second one, as it went, I mean, you got target 1 and a big runner, should have made up for that one. I don't know why we're still sitting at minus 176, but yeah, I'd have to go back and look at it again. Okay, so this play, here it comes. Double enigma to the long side. Okay, now, he's moving the stops around. The ATM here should match. When you press the button, it should automatically put the stop behind this zone, right? This is an algo bar 4, pretty large. To be honest, it's fairly large for an entry time. You're gonna, your risk is higher off of this, but that means your stops need to be larger to be able to accommodate being back behind an enigma here. And this one, whatever his stops are set to here, also I can tell he's having to move these back even when he gets a good entry. So his stop on his ATM is not correct. All right. Another note, this should be adjusted so that when he presses the button here on this, the stop should automatically be somewhere behind that enigma. Okay, so he's having to adjust, although you don't have to. Remember, if it's already back here, you can always use the close button. And I try to reiterate that in some of our earliest videos. You know, all the things that I teach you as you go through that training, you really need to apply them. Okay. All right. Sorry. I know I'm going on about small stuff. Let's go. Okay. I don't know. He's adjusting again, moving. What is the obsession with moving target one? Why are you touching target one? Why are you touching target one? Stop it. I mean, this is watching this is maddening. Okay. This is like, what are we doing, bro? I mean, if you really think that the trade is going to go bad on you, you should be hovering your finger over the close. You guys hear me in my videos. I'm like, okay, I got my finger over the close. I got my finger over the close. Do you ever hear me saying, okay, got my finger, I've grabbed my first target and I'm going to drag it down onto my, no. Okay. Only time I'm doing something like this is when I'm like holding out some crazy runner and we've got running. I'm trying to like maximize that final push. Okay. But this first stuff, this is bread and butter. This is take home pay. All right. You can see the numbers right there. We hit that first one. That should be $100 in his pocket. Right. Second one should be 200. Okay. Carry on. Don't know what he's doing, but again, look at where his mouse is sitting. The mouse is resting right here. Where should it be resting? Now, if you have a thing where you enter in on this chart, you want to play off of these buttons, that's fine. Then rest your mouse here. Your mouse should be here or here. Okay, not all this moving around with your stops and targets. Now, I know some people, if you need to move your stop back because the stop is not in the proper location, again, this all starts from you start off bad, you're building on a poor foundation. This foundation of this, the ATM should be in the proper location so that your hand should be able to rest over here on the close button. You should be able to close out the position if it gets back there. If you've got time and everything's all spaced out and you got plenty of time, cool. Reach over there, grab the stop, put it underneath there, cool, done. But leave the stops and leave the targets alone. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? All right, carry on. Move now. Now we're moving target 2. What are we doing? Again, this is like fidget. You are addicted to fidget, bro. You are addicted to fidget. There is no point in doing this. This serves you nothing. This does nothing for you. Nothing. Nothing. Just sit, relax. Okay. There's the boss man is not. I know we say more clicks, more ticks, but I mean more practice. Okay, you clicking and moving the mouse around, moving the chart around does not make you any more money. You're not any more valuable. Yada yada yada. All right. I know I'm going to beat this dead horse down to a pulp here, but I want somebody to gain from this, not fidgeting. Okay. What's the point? Okay. So all that work, all that touching around, all that, and the thing's still going to your stop. Okay. None of that wiggling made it go to your target, whatnot. Okay. So this comes back here, stops out. Was that 4 contracts? Okay. So 4 contracts long. Was MACV green? Yes. No problem. We're coming in here to 940. That's okay. You're going to have some losers. This is a totally valid loser. No problem here. We enter in on this position. Comes against us. Okay. No problem. Take the stop. No big deal. What's my next position? This last one was 4. What's my next size going to be? At least 5 or 6, right? You caught alive. All right. Here we go.
In Q3.
Okay, he marked it. Cool. Now, what's our time? 9:42. Now, what is this? We are in reversal time, right? So, is he down 1,000? Okay. Again, you can still come out of this if you've practiced coming out of the $1,000 drawdown. Mike Schwartz actually showed a video around this. You know, quickly on a market replay, you can hit a button real quick, tap tap tap, buy sell buy sell buy sell, get yourself into red. Practice working your way out of red. Get used to being able to play out of a red position with confidence. If you size appropriately, you don't have an issue, especially when you're trading on like Apex accounts. These are virtual accounts. There's no butterfly effect. Nobody's chasing your stops, etc., etc. You know my deal. Okay, so let's see where this next play is. I see double red Enigma over here, so I'd be grabbing the short right now. I mean, I don't care what we're looking at. It's 942. Oh yeah, so we got an up move. I got double red Enigmas right here into a, I don't know what these lines were from before, but those are either delta lines or delta cross lines. Either way, I'm taking this, right? Alpha omega lines or massive delta flagging pro. Let's go. I mean, everything is lined up. The stars have aligned, bro. But how many bars have gone by? I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars. 12 bars. Okay, listen, this is fearful trading. Okay, I get it. But this is what I'm here to help with. All right, this is the psychology part kicking in here. Speed is good. Well, actually, that speed's not good. Is that 200 something? Okay, why is your psychology module not kicking? Oh, we don't have your psychology module turned on. So another thing, turn your psychology module on. Okay, so maybe this went so fast, those printed, and you weren't able to react. Hopefully he's going to take a short here.
Order submitted.
Yes, okay, taking a short. Good. Now, I see a green that just showed up. Get your stops back behind there and get your finger over there on either the close or the buy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you touching? What was all of that? Okay.
Fib.NQ on the 4th.
It's 942. So we're hoping for this reversal.
Order fill.
Okay, we stop out. I hope he's going to retry this. I hope he's going to retry this. Oh man. Okay, so do we get to see what happened with that one? 542. I guess it's back behind here. Did it drop out? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so what do we got here? We're going long. Okay, he's got double greens here, no problem. I see that, so that's good. My concern is still haven't seen any kind of big turn here at the 949.50.
Order submitted.
New bar on the tide and
Good play. All right, now might want to take partial off right there. That's a double, got a double line right there. I don't even see targets. Did he just take off the ATM? Okay, hold on. So now we've shifted ATMs. Okay, so now he doesn't have any targets. He's just got a stop. So he's playing naked open. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go for big play, yeah, okay. But you're gonna have to take some off there when you start hitting lines. Let's see.
Fib.NQ on the 21.
Okay, I don't know why. Why is it necessary to keep moving your mouse over to the chart? I don't understand that. Why? 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 How do you know that not like there's not something that like another dot shows up or another enigma shows up to take off? You either need to, or you might need like a red shows up. How are you gonna, if your mouse slides over here and a red enigma shows up right there, how are you gonna close out the position? You're gonna, oh, I'm gonna move my mouse all the way over here and click the button. No, you're especially when the speed is this fast. This thing is going 200 plus. You've got to be able to close out quickly. Okay, again, video game, folks. You're playing a video game. Okay, we've touched this area again. We should already be half off this position, but okay, we're still running. Cool. You're going balls out. Great. Okay. Now, I hope he's got finger over the close, and when we get some good signal to close out on, we want to try to hold this sucker. And you can see we got free reign over here. We got plenty of space to move to the upside on the high. We are kind of touching up here, but we just started a new green dot. Could be a great play right here. It's 946. Let's see how this plays.
21. Order fill.
Well, wait. What? Now we're closing out? Like that's okay. The thing's working in your favor. I mean, it's working for you, bro. I mean, the first time it touched, I would have maybe taken some off, but now you hold for the gold. But I think that's what happens when you're holding 6 contracts at that point, right? He should have been at 3 now. That way it's not as much, mental risk, if you would. But as soon as it touched, bam, he should have taken that first part off. But now, hold it, baby. Hold for the gold. And it's grinding here. What I tell you guys, when it's grind, when you're in a grind, don't rewind. Okay, a lot of people are going to be trying to short on that. You wait for some little push of volume that comes in, getting off sides, and boom, we're off to the races. Happens a lot. Wonder if we're going to get to see the rest of this part of the video or not. Let's see. No, we go to 949. What did it do? Oh yeah, man, this thing rocketed, didn't it? Where was it before? Yeah, look. Yeah, man, I think you could have made so much on that play. Oof. Look how far they end up going. All the way up there to a blue, bro. Bro. Where's my bro button? This hurts. This hurts me. Hurts me. All right. Okay, so he's going all in now. I hear him tap 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 tap. Okay, he's going. He's at 10 contracts, but he didn't think about his clicks. Okay, because he didn't know how many he could go. So now we get this little order thing. Now this probably isn't a big deal. I think he's using a trade copier. So most of the time this probably might not be a big deal. But now he's got a trade copier behind this with multiple accounts. And now he's going to have to click the button probably 100 times to get that out of the way, right? You need to know how many times you can click, right? No, in your head, you're like, okay, this next one, I'm going, if I want to go 10 contracts, okay, how many is that? 5 times, right? So in my head, I actually use my tongue, touching it to the top of the roof of my mouth or the kind of the back of my top teeth. I kind of tap my tongue to the top and like, that's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For me, top of my mouth. Now I know to tell you guys to practice these things, and you think, I'm crazy telling you to do this, but I'm like, if you want to be the best, I am helping you to have these little habits, and that doesn't come natural. You are going to have to practice it. Yeah, you're going to be weird. You're sitting there next to maybe you're chilling next to your wife or your spouse, and you're sitting on the couch and they're like, what are you doing? You're like, that's 10 contracts, hon. What? Yeah. 2 times 5. All right. He needs to know how many times he could have clicked, and then he clicked way more than he could have. So now he's got to deal with rejection buttons, right? Let's see how many times he has to press this. Oh, not too bad. You didn't have to press it too many times. That's good. Yeah, the tongue tap.
It took both. Fuck, man.
Tongue tap. Okay, rough day, minus 2,800. A lot of Apex accounts there. I saw the drop down. He had a bunch of Apex accounts there. So he's got a rough day on a Friday. I feel bad for him, but there's a lot in there to correct. I mean, I could probably go back and there's all little minor things, but let's get away. Let's take the big takeaways on what's going on there. Okay, we got the fidgeting. We need ATMs proper. Don't fart with the chart. I like the rhyme. I just made that one up. Don't fart with the chart. There we go. Oh my word. It's too late. What is it? 12:30 Eastern time. Yeah. Put the kids down late tonight, etc., etc. Okay. But quite a few little things there, and go back and play this day again. Okay. Again, don't take me beating you up. I'm not trying to beat you up. I really am. I'm trying to get you to where you need to be. Just saw a lot of things there. Practice these things. Go back, play this day again. Play this exact day again multiple times. Okay. Adjusting your size, looking at the time of the day. What if you hadn't taken that first trade at 9:34, gotten you off on the wrong foot? What if that first trade was that one big one? What if you hadn't have messed around with the target ones? What if you had held out that runner until there was actually an opposing signal? What if you had taken half off at that green line and then held the rest? Huge difference in what that day would have been. Okay. Let's go into the next one. This one is Mike Schwartz, 940 to 950. Wanted to see some of this. Let's play into Mike talking about this one. A lot of good stuff here in this one, but 940 to 950, write it down. 940 to 950. I talked to you guys about this in some of our video trainings. there is oftentimes this push from 9:30 open. The first 10 minutes will go kind of maybe wiggling, and find, so everybody's like, okay, looks like the market's going up. Then they start to get in that position. That tends to be a nice little fake out run, and then boom, 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 we get some push down, or the opposite. We're going down. Everybody's like, okay, cool, getting short, and then boom, get a trap, and then boom, we push back up, and we're looking for this to capitalize on. One of the best traders that we know in our room that handles this almost every single day religiously, Whiskers, the ultimate 940 to 950 trader. He mentally is in that 10-minute window. He loves to own that 10-minute window. That's the Whiskers play right there, 940 to 950, looking for that reversal and then capitalizing on it. Sometimes going his kind of average that I've seen a lot on his, it's like 20 contract trade in the opposite direction when he has those 940, 950 plays. Let's play in here to Mike's stuff right here.
The thing was the blue ganging symbol turn on the side, and there, let me just pause the video real quick. I got involved in that trade. Now, my stop loss goes.
I think I've got him playing on high speed. My apologies. And that sound might be a little low. Let me crank it up.
Goes where? Right above the Enigma. It's always like that. Now, the blue Enigma signifies that all four of the indices are bullish. You might say, well, Mike, why are you selling it? I don't know. Sometimes I'm a dummy, because we can see the two lines going up, which are the ropes, are clearly facing upward. So I know I'm fighting a battle right now. However, I still think I can get a target 1 and target 2 off real quick. Normally, I would go for just a target 1. But if we look over here to the right, we have on the 24 range chart, we're starting to break above the upper rope, which says, hey, the market could be getting ready to go up. However, it could also be a point where we turn and come back down. We have not convincingly broke above that rope. So I'm hoping that's actually going to force the market back down a little bit lower. And with the blue Enigma, like I said, that means all four of the indices are currently in buy side using the MACD filter. So again, I need to be cautious at this point. Now, one thing I want you guys to focus on here in just a few moments, because there are some things that I do not do well with this trade. And when we look at it, we're going to see the market's going to start coming up here in just a moment. Now, as we start coming up, watch where my mouse goes to hover, right? My mouse is then going to go over to the sell button. And let me pause it. This is a point where a lot of traders like, oh my gosh, I just want out. The trade's not working out, whatever the case may be. And for me, I'm like, all right, I can raise my average price. My stop loss is still going to be in the same place. And here's what I mean. Watch when we go ahead and I execute this trade. All right, I entered the market. Now, where did my stop loss go? Well, the second one, it went up higher. So what am I going to do? I'm going to drag it down and make sure that both of the stop losses are right above the Enigma. I'm not trying to put more risk on this trade. It is a little bit more risk, but I'm not trying to, leave another stop loss, at my max loss on this trade. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and we're going to let this trade play out. Now, I am going to pause it and show you guys some areas where I made mistakes. And this has been one of the benefits of recording my trades out here in 2023. Now, you can see I just got a target 1 was taken off there. So now I'm down to 3 contracts. And here, I paused it. Here's where I made a mistake, all right? I have a green dot sitting right here at the upper rope. I'm a little bit concerned that we could get a bounce. So should I have exited the trade? No, because the Enigma is so powerful. I still believe we are likely going to go lower. However, what I should have done is drug this one right here and took another one off to reduce the risk. And then if we start breaking below that green dot, or the green dot goes away, I could always hit the sell button again, putting on the contract. So again, that is a place where I made a critical mistake. And you can see I'm kind of talking to myself in the video saying, I see a green dot, I know I should take one off, but I'm not going to do it. All right. And that's not good practice, but I'm just being real with you guys. This is how it unfolded when I traded. All right. I can't go back and, edit out that green dot. Maybe some of you guys have better Photoshop skills or video editing skills than I do.
Okay, now he's talking a lot about the green dot scenario, but what I see is his mouse is floating around a lot. Okay, same thing, right? I think traders have a lot of thoughts around this. They're always trying to figure out like, oh, let me grab some of these and pull some off. And I know like maybe he only wants to take off partials, but this is why I also have you guys have your finger over on your hotkeys, right, to buy back in the other direction, or you have another chart trader to take off partials. Okay, and we talked about that in that video where I'm teaching you the half on half off ad to maximize a position. But I do see a lot of him floating around. If he's going to move his target over again, if you're trying to move target 1, we have we kind of have a problem there. Just in general, if the trade's not good, the trade's not good. But he's also not taking into account, look at the time of day. He's in there in that 940 to 950 area. The move has been up and into this area. So what do we think? There could be a nice reversal here. So this is the time to, in your notes, take a note on, this is a time where you can, I don't want to say completely ignore the MACV ultimate, but this is a time to question it, okay? And to go, if there's a good play set up, I may want to take that against it. This is, remember, the MACV ultimate, just make sure that you are going to stay on the side of a trend and you're not going to play against some massive trend coming against you. But in the morning, that 940 to 950 is a 940 950 reversal a trend? No. Yeah, we're trying to do, it's like a reversion to the mean or a fake out trap. So it's going to be the opposite. It's like everybody thinks it's trending in one direction and we get that 940 950 trap back the other direction. And yeah, you're floating the mouse. You had it on the G6. So I like what Mike's saying he's saying over there in the chat right now. He's with us here tonight saying that he did have his finger over the G6 close button. That's good. That is the alternate. If you've got your thumb over there on the G6 closeout position on your keyboard, remember, if you've got one of our Corsair K55s, K57s, or K58s, you'll have those buttons on the left, G keys on the left, and he can slide over and press the close button. So I'm happy to hear he said that he did have that. That's good. That's why he's a pro. All right, bro. Good stuff. Now, 940, 950 though, he's not mentioning that he's like, oh, I'm trading against the MACV Ultimate. If he was thinking 940, 950 though, this is probably a really good opportunity in play. But I also want to point out one more thing while we're here. I do not like, yes, I added the feature for you guys because I thought, it's kind of neat. It's a neat factor. If you don't have MACV Ultimate, for whatever reason, your Discord's, not there, or I don't know, like lately we've had some issues with some of the NinjaTrader stuff. And so, MACV Ultimate, if it was down, you could see the color of the MACV Ultimate at that time. But this confuses me. When I see up, I mean, my brain, I don't know. I have been wired. I've been doing this for too long, I think, and I'm just old and crotchety. But when I see green, I think long. When I see red and it's pointing up, that's just weird. Like my brain cannot do the flip. Okay. Anybody else have this problem? Is it just me? It might just be me, because a lot of people actually like the color coding feature that you can change in this indicator. You can change that to color code for you for the MACV Ultimate. It just, for me, it really messes with my head. I see a blue dot right here. I'm thinking, yes, I'm thinking long, but when I see it pointing down and I know this is to take my short, it just really messes with me. So I don't do the color coding. Just wanted to take another note there on that. Psychologically, I can't do it. If you can't do it, I'm going to give you a pass on it and go, listen, I can't either. My brain does not flip that way. Now you use only green and red Enigmas, Mike. Okay, yeah. So Mike is kind of shifted too. I know we were kind of early when this is like one of your earlier videos around Enigma when he had first kind of released it, but you've shifted also. Okay, good. I feel like I'm not alone on that. My brain doesn't flip, and I wish it did, because I'm like, it's so cool to know. It's like, oh yeah, that's we know the MACV at this point was all to the long side, right? And down here it was totally to the red side, but. Anyhow, sorry, I'm going off on tangents, but this is a nice 940, 950 reversal play, totally legit. Yeah, and a time of day, because of time of day, it's going to be a great play.
We're going to play. I can see my mouse is hovered near that first tag because I'm thinking about, should I just take it off real quick and just, pull that trade off? And I don't. And I think it actually starts going against me. And I was like, I should have took that one off. What a dummy move. What a rookie move that was. And
now, while we're here, I'm going to talk about another cool feature that we're going to have to encourage you even more so to keep your mouse over in this area. In this next release that I'm putting out tomorrow morning, you're going to have another button right down here that will allow you to close half or double the position. So now I don't know what we're doing with 3. You guys know me. I don't like trading odd numbers. I got another thing about that, but if you like it, do your thing. We're rounding down. So if you did half, it's only going to close off one of your positions, but that's how it works. You'll have a close half, you'll have a half button, and you'll have a double position, and you'll also have a flatten all. New buttons coming in right here for you to press. Yeah, so anyway, that would be one that will keep you from doing what he's doing right here, where he's hovering over here and not being able to, do any other adjustments. At the same time, I get it. I love that he's saying that he's got his finger over the close on his thumb. So good stuff. You do have more freedom with it if you got the hotkeys, if you're going to be moving things around. But just in general, try not to fidget around. Keep your mouse where you can add to position. Like another, because what's he going to do? If he's over here with his mouse right here, and I don't know, a red dot shows up right here, or another red enigma were to show up right here, what's he gonna have to do? He's gonna have to go, whoa, and by the time he does that, you know, he's missed out on 4 more ticks. Okay, anyway, that's my whole play on that, is like, I need to be having my fingers over what I'm going to be actively going on. For me, on this position, I got my finger over the sell. If I'm already going to the sell side, I'm holding my finger over the sell. I got my left hand on the close button and my index finger on the buy button in case I need to pump it up and out. I'm not going to try to reverse anything tricky around one of these, but I got my right hand here, my left hand on the close. Okay, right and left. There we go. Carry on.
You know, we all make mistakes on a daily basis. I'm not coming out here trying to tell you guys I do it right 100% of the time. But with AlgoBox, you know, a lot of times we can still end up on the right side at the end of the day, even though we make mistakes out there in the market. Just got to make sure you don't make critical flaws out there. Now we're going to start coming back down. Look, my mouse was hovered over the close button, but normally now with this new keyboard, I keep my mouse just to make sure the chart is activated on the chart. And I'll just hit the G6 key to essentially close the trade if I don't want it in. Now I am over there trading the NASDAQ as well, but I'm trying to keep that off. I'm trying just to focus this video on just this enigma for the RTY, and the NASDAQ did just hit targets. All right, so Russell is moving a little bit slower. We see, can we breach through there, hit my next target? If we hit the next target, well, all right, I went ahead and took it off. All right, now I move my stop loss to break even.
Okay, I'm going to always say this no matter what. It's always a rookie move to take off target 1. So try not to be rookie. Look, there's going to be exceptions to every rule, but just in general, if you guys are writing out and putting together rules for yourself, you want to get, you know, become a better trader, a greater trader, at least don't touch target 1. Like, write that down. Try to maybe put that on your wall. Like, at least don't try to touch target 1. Anything else, if you want to touch 2, 3 runners, I don't care. I'll give you credit for that, because those are, I mean, they're optional. Okay. But target 1, please take target 1 at its full, please. Okay. Killing your hourly rate for absolutely no reason. It's a fear play on you. I'd rather see you close out the whole position, honestly, rather than do that. So just, there we go.
Now, the reason I did this especially was, 1, I'm trading other instruments at the same time, but 2, I know I'm going against the MACD filter, right? Now this is where things get good, right? I know I'm going against the MACD filter.
Perfect example right here, where he could add to his position. If his finger was over the sell, this is a spot where he could add to this position, because if they're going to come in, right? Do you think this is retailers? Do you think 700 plus, that's retail? I don't think so. Okay. That means they were faking it up, real moves. Cool. They're entering in. Now they can push the rest through low volume to move the position. This is a place where he could have added to position, but you can't because you're out of position, right? Playing some soccer, offsides. Okay. You're not standing in the right spot. Mouse needs to be over here, over your mouse keyboard, instead of like over here trying to, you know, grab literally half a tick. Okay. Finger here, boom. I can add to position, boom. Now I'm making, you know, we're going to push this to a $500,000 type of trade. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Because the enigma was blue, so the MACD filtering was bullish on all 4 of the indices. However, we have a green alpha omega. Since it's the first one, I'm expecting we're going to get a continuation push, probably down towards my targets, minimum that lower yellow line right there.
Yes. And if he had his finger over the sell button, boom, he taps it. Even if you tap it one time, adding 1 contract, you would be surprised at how much this will add up over time. And again, what's your worst case scenario? You add to the position and you stop out right there. Look at this little tiny stop. Who cares? Okay, who cares? And remember, don't move your stop for please, folks, please stop moving your stops all the time. Just let it lay up there. Press the close button. It's just as good. I promise. It's the same. Promise.
Now, as I go ahead and play this out, I think I'm going to move the lower target down, looking for that big push down and see if we can go ahead and get a little bit more out of this trade. Normally I just go for a quick, you know, target 1 or maybe a target number 2, but the alpha omega, I really like the alpha omegas. And also, if we look over here on the MACD chart, I'm going to pause this real quick. We look at the MACD chart, we have a bubble over here. Now, with a bubble on the MACD chart, that signifies to me, you know, 2 things. 1, we're either going to reverse and come back down, or 2, 2, we are likely to have a consolidation.
Yeah, a lot of consolidation in those areas. So you can often get a few, it's how big is that consolidation zone going to be? It's definitely going to be a little bigger than 10 ticks, right? When was the last time you saw a consolidation zone of 10 ticks? No, it ain't going to be. It's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood between 15, 20, 25 ticks minimum, right? So you've got some room to play there. Great, great analysis there, but then executing on it. So go back to these, play them again. And I always tell you guys, when you're practicing, don't just go, okay, I'm going to do trade 1, then trade 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. Okay, I did my practice. Okay, I'm going to do them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, right here. We spend a lot of time right here. We go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, right? We repeat these. This is how you drill it into your brain. You do this one a bunch of times. Your brain has a thing when you tactily execute on something multiple times in a row, you get better at it. All right, Carrie.
Break up and out. Now, is that guaranteed? 100% not. That is not a guarantee. That is a probability out there in the market. So again, you want to know the difference between certainty and probability out there in the market. So again, now it's starting to give me more confidence in this trade. There, I got another target off, and now we're coming down. Now here's the area where I'm getting a little bit nervous because we're at the lower rope on the 2 Ripple chart, on the 2 algo bar chart. And when I look at this, I'm worried that we could get a bounce out of this area. Now, I probably should have held this out a little bit longer. I think I'm going to end up closing the trade out. I'm trying to see if we're going to push. And when it looks like it's getting ready to bounce, I think I close it. Boom, I close it right there at the lower rope. And I'm going to let this play out for a minute and show you guys, I could have got more out of this trade. We have not printed a blue bar, nor have I had an.
So you hit pro. Ready? Here's your rhyme. You hit pro when you let it go. Write it down. You hit pro when you get to the point that you can let it go. Okay, write it down. Get a good one. All right, be a pro. Let it go until what? An opposing signal. Folks, I will applaud you all day if you can hold it to an opposing signal. Or at least, again, we saw in that other one with Neo, if there is a colored line, I don't think that moving averages, they do not count. Okay, these are zones. I never tell you guys to ever exit on zones, any of that kind of stuff. You are going to be closing out on lines or an opposing signal. Hold that sucker out till you see an opposing, at least a dot. But oftentimes I ask people about dots. Like, why even exit on a dot? A regular dot? Would you enter on a regular dot? Would you just go long on a dot? Probably not, right? So hold through even on a dot, like hold out till like maybe that double touch of the dot or a dot plus something else comes out in your way. But on top of this, look at the timing. The timing here is a small timing, small to medium. This sucker could go and go and go in a time of day. If he's thinking, if he was aware consciously of what time of day it is, 9:49:50, he's got 2 more minutes. He's got a 2-minute additional hold time here before it hits the 9:50. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video or not. Can I pull it up here? There we go. Yeah, look at the time. So he's got 2 more minutes here. So again, these are just areas where I'm helping to, push you from, again, this is great. Hey, this is great. 796 is 795 on the day. This is great. But this is a scenario. It's the difference between the guy making a few $100s a day and a guy making a few $1,000s a day. And that's what I'm here to help you out with, to push the positions, to push what you're already doing, to take it to the next level. Poker players, listen, they're all playing with the same cards. We're all playing with the same charts. But position sizing is what comes down to, if you're in playing poker, it's position sizing and bet sizing here, same on that. And, areas where know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to go all in, know when to go a bit heavier. This is the difference between the smaller plays and the bigger plays. All right, I'm beating the dead horse. Carry on.
Opposing signal. But the one thing I had going against me was the overall MACD filter was bullish. Therefore, I'm a little bit scared of trying to overstay my welcome, because at any moment this thing could go rocketing right back up and, essentially just run back up and take my lunch money from me. Now we're starting to get a push. I should have got out maybe right there. We are right in between small and medium timing out there, which isn't a huge move, but again, I don't know if this MACV bubble that we have is going to be a consolidated move, or if this is going to be a point to where we're going to reverse and, end up going all the way back down. All right. So if this could be a consolidation, maybe we run all the way back up to where? Well, probably right to the center of that green cross, which is what? The alpha omega. All right. So again, a lot of times we're going to come back and revisit that. And as you guys see here in a few moments, that's exactly where price is going to go. I don't know if it makes it much higher. And I'm actually going to speed the video up a little bit just so we don't drag this video out even longer. And there you go, right there. Where do we come right back to? We came right back to the center of that alpha omega cross. So again, a big fast leg down. That's another thing that scared me out about.
Yeah, so over here, pretty big time frame green dot over here. Now, when I was talking about dots earlier, I was talking about on low time frame, right? Am I gonna get scared out by a little tiny dot that shows up over here? Probably not. A big dot over there on that. That's a high time frame dot. Yeah, I want to respect that. But yeah, good play there. 1300 on the day, man. You can't complain about that. What's to complain about? So some minor assists there. More awareness of the 940 to 950. Like this is what everyone here in our crew, 940 to 950. Okay, look for those big plays in that 10-minute window. Specialize on this 10-minute window. Play a lot of this 10-minute window. Go back and do market replays on lots of these. See how they play out on different days. Really good opportunities, and you're going to see two more here. Besides just Mike, we've got another Neo, and we've got Coop here at the end as well. Here we go.
When you have all these consecutive red bars, Vinny talks about it. If you smack a racquetball against the wall, the harder you smack it against the wall, the quicker it comes back at you. Now, I've used that philosophy for many, many years, probably going all the way back to 2007, 2008, 2009, somewhere in that ballpark is where I really started using that type of principle. But the way Vinny laid it out, talking about the racquetball analogy, just makes a little bit more sense for me. Now, if you ever want to get involved with AlgoBox, I would encourage you guys.
All right, so the racquetball play he's talking about is the speed, right? You hit something fast off the wall, it comes back. If you dribble it and you just kind of pop it up there, it stays. Okay, so the racquetball play, you guys have heard that before. Let's go on to Neo here. Again, this was another 940 to 950 area to work with. Now, one of the things I also noticed, so when you start having to shift workspaces, when you're live particularly, I hope that, so he came on a Friday and he had a real bad day on a Friday. I won't say real bad, but basically, he had a tough day where he blew out those accounts on the Friday Apex challenge, failed the challenge thing. Coming back on a Monday, hopefully over the weekend, if he's shifting, you notice his whole layout is different. So coming back, I'm hoping that he spent some time on the weekend with this layout because it's a new layout to him. Once you go to a new layout, sometimes it's hard to adjust and adapt. So now his buttons are over here, right? Not in the center anymore. It's okay. Again, whatever you get used to, you're going to be able to, execute well on. There are some advantages to some layouts and things. I think you may have seen one of the members in our room with this layout because I think I've seen this layout before. I actually like it. Good layout. But I'm always concerned when somebody has started to struggle and all of a sudden they shift their whole workspace. That usually, I get a little bit nervous about that. So he's on a new workspace. So starting there again, I'm doing all the critiques today, and I know somebody's gonna be like, "Vinny, you're so critical of people." It's my job. It's my job. I'm trying to help you out. Okay, so critical number one, concerned with new workspace, but look at this. At least it's past 9:35. Okay, so he hasn't taken a trade yet. 9:35. So applause on that. Let's see our first set of plays here from Neo on this one.
T1. Order filled.
Okay. What did he enter in on here? I do not see the entry. Okay. 9:36. Dude, what am I missing? Can somebody see it? What's he entering in long on? Is it this green dot? Oh, please tell me it's not the green dot. I mean, I'm guessing. I think that's what he's doing here. Okay, but look where that dot is. That's down here. His entry is up here. Bro, this is already a trade and a half already done. Sorry, man. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just... Hold on, let me see. Is there something else I'm missing? I don't know. So it's, I guess I can see maybe an HMD, a break at the back here. I don't know. The HMD entry is way back here though. So, okay. So tough entry here first. Let's see how it plays out.
Order filled.
Doesn't look good. Okay. So we go back to stop, but if that was your entry, your stop's way back here too, right?
Order filled.
Okay, that first trade, I just don't think that trade should be there. Anybody see anything else? Am I missing something? Okay, I mean, I see a green dot on the 21. Was this it right here? Yeah, he enters there, comes all the way back down. Okay, so, I mean, it's an HMD. But just way off. I mean, getting in up here, man, the thing's already done, right? Okay. Yeah, way too late to get in on that, right? So the first one, he definitely should not be starting at minus 576. I think, I just feel like he must something, and this happens to everybody. I won't say everybody, but it's definitely can happen. You feel defeated from a Friday, which is, by the way, haven't I told y'all, like, I really do not like to have a red day on a Friday. I would rather like not play on a Friday because you literally are sitting in red for 3 days, right? Like, that's the worst day to have a red day on a Friday. You got to think about it all weekend, right? You don't have an opportunity to come back from it. And now, mind you, if you're practicing over the weekend, that can sort of suffice you, but it doesn't. There's something about it when you have a big loss on a Friday. It's just not, it's not easy. I'll tell it that way, right? It's not easy. So I feel for him on it, but that first trade. Just, I don't think he's mentally there, right? I'm just determining, I think he knows better than to take that play. And then if you are going to take that play and being that far behind on it, I would have rather him like reverse the play a bit and then reverse back here to go up. Get a little tricky with it. If you're that far behind on it, you got to kind of let it go or push it back a bit before you go long. I think it was one where he saw a impulse leg super fast and then just jumped on it. That's like really rookie. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to help out here on that. All right, carry on. Okay, next play. All right, I see another green dot. Okay. Bro is all over green dot today. That is a green dot, but is it anything else? Is he considering that a headshot? I mean, they're pretty far apart. The dot is here. The cross is here. Is it a Bollinger play? But if it's a Bollinger play, the entry is down here. I mean, we're entering in right here. Oh, J-hook maybe? Is he J-hooking it? Okay, maybe he's J-hooking it. There's J-hook, targets 1, targets 2. 940. Got to be careful with the time frame, right? But does feel like the market's kind of moving its way up. Got to be careful that 940 comes around. What happens? We can roll, right? Very flat area again as well. So tough space to be in. Not super exciting areas to be playing in.
Order submitted.
But I don't understand that location of entry really. He got target 1. That's good. But what's interesting, so look where his mouse is. Again, the obsession with a lot of people, again, he's not the only one, but grabbing target 1 and dragging it in, very bad habit. Very bad habit. Let target 1 do its thing. You're using this, overly special in my opinion. I don't really like the auto lock-in ATMs. You guys know my thing on that. I have a button for that, G1. If I really feel like I need to lock it in, and it's usually only if I have like a lot of contracts on and I just do not want to give up something, I'll press that button to lock it in on the break even. Okay, carry on.
Order. New bar on the
Okay, where is your mouse, bro? Your mouse what is your mouse doing right here? The thing has automatically moved itself up. What do you need to put your mouse right there for? Okay, I'm helping you out here. Very rookie. Please stop putting your mouse here. Get your fingers and your, back over here. I think something that will help you out is slow down your mouse. That key that I was talking about earlier, slow it down. Okay. drop your mouse speed tremendously, like maybe 2 notches to the left, maybe 3 notches to the left. Slow it down so that you will rest your mouse. Okay, be at rest. Be at rest. A lot of fidgeting going on. I know you come from ICT and you guys, press a lot. You guys are like, oh, let me wiggle this around and wiggle this around and wiggle this around and move my chart around. Bro, rest, play the video game. All right, carry on.
Type in Q.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? What is going on? What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? What are we clicking on? What are you moving? What are we moving? What are we doing? Did you just press close? What are we?
Fib.NQ on the 21.
Oh man, we have a lot of moving going on here, bro. What is your mouse doing over there, bro? What if you need to add to position? You can't add to any position right now. Okay, finger over close, but why not have your thumb over the close and your finger over the buy? I don't even get to see what happened on that one. Okay, well, we made some money because I can see we were at minus 500, we're at minus 3 something now. Okay, so we made some money on that. Good.
.NQ on the 21.
Where was that play? And somewhere in here. Okay. All right, so I see a blue dot on the king. Okay. Good play. Okay. I see green here. I see blue here. Yeah, pretty far behind. That blue dot was sitting there for a while and got plenty of, I think these were already kind of showing up. So a little bit behind on it. Not a bad play. Remember 940 to 950. I see Enigma is fired off. I don't see an opposing Enigma to it yet. Yeah, this could be tricky. You're right in the golden ropes area. That could easily just continue on down. The 950 play.
Order submitted.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we moving for? What are we moving targets for? What are we moving our chart for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. And
Order
now you're
fell.
touching your stop. Yes,
NQ on the 3.
still went to the stop. Yeah, that hurts me. Again, this is that thing that really flips. My brain flips. Like, this is all messed up. That's, to me, that those should be red, right? Those are telling me down, but they're green and blue. It really kind of mentally messes me up. And remember, though, I know you're like, well, how come I can't take to the long side because the Mac VU is green? I'll tell you why. What time is it? This is what I want to point out today, because he was not the only person that got off sides on this today. Okay, 940 to 950. Watch out. Okay, this is the big reversal. Look for the trap. Okay, who's trapped? Can you see everybody? You see how the trap got set up here? They're like, oh, look, everybody, we're going long. Ricked. Okay, it's a trap. It's a trap. And I got the videos out there on that, right? It's a trap. That video, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Okay, trap, and we're moving down. Enigmas are telling you all day we're going short. Okay, tough one. Yeah, and that green Enigma showed up in there as well. Actually, I call it green. That's red. No, this really bothers me. That is a red. That is a short Enigma, but it's green because the MACV is green, which doesn't mean anything between 940 and 950 during that reversal, nor does it around the 220 reversal on the end of day, right?
Fib.NQ on.
Okay, so there we go. Now there's a good play. That's a good play. That's a headshot. I see double delta. Good stuff. I like this play. I would take this. Sure, no problem. Now, where's my target? Don't have one, and I'm concerned for the time of day, as we have clearly already started our move down. So yeah, be careful. Stop needs to be where, right? Stop needs to go right there. Small stops, big targets. I like this up here too. No problem. Okay, but stop in the proper location.
The 3.
Order submitted.
That can't be good.
Order submitted.
Harmonic NQ on the 3.
Order filled.
Okay, order
Harmonic
rejections
NQ
all
on
over the place there on that. I don't know. Oh, his account. So I'm not sure which account one he's on, but I think he has a $2,000 drawdown. somewhere in there. Oof. Okay, yeah. So stop would have to be pretty quick up underneath there, and it looks like he's got a trade copier going on, which is why this thing's going nuts. Yeah, really, really tough.
21.
And you know, I talked to him about these before, not really before, but just that you know, want to try to help out, see what's going on. I just had a sense that there was something going on, so I asked him to go ahead and record them and post them out for me. And yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot. You know, it's a lot of small things adding up, is what it feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Order submitted.
Okay, now he's getting long here. Let me see what we're going long on. I think he's just going out of feeling now. Is there a 2-try rule scenario? Do we have a spike? No, I think this is a revenge trade, it looks like. We got a big fat ignition bar up here. That's going to hurt. We got a lot of ignition bars coming down over here. Yeah, this is it's going to be a tough play. But he's only got one contract now, looks like. Is he down to one contract? I mean, you've gotten bit. Yeah, I mean, if once you reach that spot, like you're kind of finished there. Greg, you move your T1 too much. Yeah, I mean, he's not the only one. That's why I'm talking about it. And I think these are helpful for people to see. You know, I know it sounds like I'm really beating him up and whatnot. And I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys find this helpful, or if you think that it's just too, I don't know. I don't know how people take things. I would want somebody to tell me, like, I like people beating me up. I like people, you know, when I'm wrong, like I want to know I'm wrong. I want to know all the things because I want to improve. I'm like obsessed with improvement, but I know that some people get offended by people trying to help them improve. Okay, now he exited. That's where he should exit. Okay, and he just exited there for, I don't know, for no reason. You need something, right? If you're going to hold for a long time on something, go ahead and hold it all the way out till you see an opposing signal or something that shows up, right? I didn't see anything there to tell him to close out unless I missed something on the chart somewhere. Maybe he's closing out on ropes. You know, I tell you guys, like, don't just close out on ropes. Yeah, you know, wait for something to show up. Again, he actually got an extra tick out of it, but in general, start the habit, right? If you're going to hold something out, hold it till one of these. At that point, though, I mean, yeah, he got a good big play here, but look at the size, right? Now he's at a size where that's not going to do much damage, right? He's playing with one contract. I would hope he could have at least done two, but I don't know what I don't understand how or when what Apex does with the, you know, does it lock you in the account? Does it lock you with less contracts? I don't know what it does there. What's up, Plutonium?
Harmonic NQ on the 3.
Okay, so I see a big delta down there.
Order submitted.
I know that looks tempting, but man, that is catching a falling knife right there. Oh, that's not gonna be pretty. What do you all this wiggling of the chart, folks? Like, again, if you find yourself moving the chart around, adjusting the chart and all that, do yourself a favor, adjust the margins here and here and here so that you feel comfortable all the time, that you can rest your mouse here, please. Okay. He's got his finger on the stop. I don't know why it's not going to do anything for you, bro. Finger over to close or to add to your position. Okay, 2 try. Yeah, I think he's at revenge trade mode now. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay, so is he entering in because...
Is he going with Enigma long on the NQ3.
NQ3. Oh, he closed out. Okay. I think he closed out over frustration. All right. Red day, tough day there. Yeah, a lot of little stuff to learn on that, but I think there's a lot of that could be helped, right? A lot of that. Redo that day. Redo that day. Send me another video around those trades. Yeah, we can talk. We can talk through that. All right, final one. This is Coop. Let's go.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It is Monday, July 10th, 2023, and this is day 3 of my 50K PA accounts with Apex. I have 20 of them. Spoiler alert, I forgot to do the intro this morning, so I'll just tell you right off the bat. You probably saw my P&L in the room. You'll see that I was red today. I was down about 1,000 per account, but I got it back up to close to about 500 per account, so cut the loss in half with my Lucky Sevens trade, but it seemed like every other trade I did this morning was just dog shit. I wasn't able to catch a winning trade to save my life. So I'm definitely going to study my trades tonight to see what I did wrong, but certainly if you guys see something, please leave me feedback and let's get after this. Stay safe.
Oh, don't worry, we will. Just joking.
We've got a J-hook long here.
I like the graphics. All right, so layout. So I'm not a big fan of asymmetrical layouts in general, but they can work. What I mean, like, I feel like some lines don't really mat up. This is okay here. These, like this, I don't know if it's, like, I don't really think that I'm OCD, but I kind of am with some things. Like, I don't know, I'd want these lines to kind of match up and stuff. I'd be adjusting the size of these. I'd probably slide this over because I actually like to see more space on my primary chart. I'd slide this over slightly, and then maybe slide this over until they kind of matched up. But okay, so I don't know that this truly matters, but I'm a clean workspace is a profitable workspace. That's, I don't know, I feel like that. What do you guys think? You guys put down in the comments, let me know. Like, what are your thoughts? Do you guys need things lined up? Do you want things lined up? I feel like I do. All right, carry on.
The tide and wave are both pretty much moving up. We had a little bit of consolidation. Enigma long on the 3 here. Let's go.
Okay, so I saw this a lot. I did watch this before. You see, he kind of went and moved all this over. Coop really likes a lot of space over here. Now listen, I don't really care one way or the other. If you guys want the space over on the right, then do it, but just set it ahead of time so you're not having to adjust it all the time. I don't think that it's healthy for you to be in a habit of moving your charts around all the time, constantly adjusting it. A little adjustments here and there, maybe sometimes, but yeah, I mean, slide, and then come over here and then take position. How many ticks behind was he on an entry when these types of things occur? Just be careful of this type of stuff. A lot of fidgeting here. Careful.
Go ahead and jump on that.
Okay, so he's going J-hook long from this chart, and you see a green enigma over here. That's great. But now it's time to close, right? pretty quick close out to not have too many, like, as soon as it starts to break right there, left finger should be over the G6, boom, close all positions. Okay. Or close right here. But this is like Mike was saying earlier, you know, I put those hotkeys on there for a reason for you. Close out the position. This sucker just starts to move down on you hard. Time of day here, he's coming into 940. First trade here coming in at 940. Let's pay attention.
Oh shit, that came down quick. I'm trying.
Okay, I can tell on this right chart over here, as fast as it's wiggling, I see it going what I call the jitters. I actually really like that. It's what the whole point of having the speedy chart is. Like, it will literally show you every bid ask move. It's really cool. High refresh rate on this chart, but he's trading 20 accounts, y'all. You can't do that. Okay, take speedy chart off, right? Speedy chart right now should be banned from the room unless you have a super high-end computer and you know exactly why you're using it. I can tell this chart has it, and it kind of locked him up right here. I can tell this starts to go super fast on him. He says, hey, I can't move it for some reason. Yes, and instead of pulling his stop up, trying to push this out, he really should be pressing the close button. All right, carry on.
Trying to move it up, and I can't even. Wow. Ooh, look at this DCDM. We got to take that. That's such a huge.
All right. so first thing he does is look, he just moves the chart a lot. Like if I did this in slow motion, it would be more dramatic how he's moving this, but the whole chart, look, it shows up right here, but then he feels the need to slide over before he even presses the sell button. If I see this, I'm going to go, boom, I'm selling first, and then I'm adjusting my chart. Okay, but watch, let's do it in slow-mo.
Ooh.
Okay, move 1, move 2,
Look at
move
this.
3,
DC.
move 4,
Yeah.
and now he's getting short. Now, I think he's using hotkeys. So I give him credit on that because I did not see him move his mouse back over there to sell. So he's using hotkeys to get in. Okay, so hopefully get really good with your hotkeys. He's getting in, selling on his hotkeys, this mouse with his fingers. That's fine. Stop, good spot, very cool.
Gotta take that. That's such a huge DCDM. Damn.
Okay, you had to have seen lots of moving the chart around here, right? Lots of moving the chart. Okay, now some of this, he's not at the proper zoom level. How do we know? You see the spacing on those fans? Okay, I always tell you, if you can see the space in those, you press it, control up one more time, be at the proper zoom level. And this also eliminates some of this feeling like you need to move things around. So again, proper zoom levels, you know, just little minor things like this, but that's my whole job, right? I'm here to help you out with the little small stuff. Having to adjust and all that kind of whatnot is just because this chart's not big enough, which again, kind of what I said before, I would expand this over, widen this chart, okay? Because it feels like, I can tell you feel like this is crowded, okay? And I might even move this to the left, give yourself the extra space here because you're fidgeting a lot here with this middle chart over this whole session. I remember seeing this. And you kind of do some over here too. Like it gets super dramatic here toward the end. Watch.
Second try.
I like that. I like that he's going for a 2 try here. Weird though. Most of the time you want to wait until it crosses this one. It's a little bit risky to do that, but he can really makes this pay off for him by hitting it right here.
You can take one at that 40.
Okay. So again, I don't really sweat people too much on the T1, but again, one of those where, did y'all see how fast that was coming in? I would not be just bailing on that. Like that's, I'd wait till something forced me out, like a blue bar in the other direction, something, but just taking it out with no line there, no level. I see no levels anywhere. Just clear blue skies. That bar's not even done yet. Oh, it's just, and I think he said 40 ticks. So again, this is also why I don't like doing this, by the way. You guys always, you know, I know a lot of you guys are doing like the tick count thing. He's like, oh, I'll take my 40 ticks. Why? What's the deal? What's the market's going to hand you 50? You're going to, I don't know, just give me 40. Okay. No charitable giving here today.
Okay.
Look at that. Now it's at 50. Why take 40 when you can get 50? Right. I mean, just exit when you like, even if you had seen this right there. Okay, boom. Now maybe we get to exit because, you know, we got something showing up on the chart, some kind of opposing signal to you, something. When you have a great play like this, especially with the speed, this looks like good speed. I mean, not all of them play out like this, but this is a beautiful play here, bro. You should be capitalizing on that mamma jamma right there. I also don't know if you got bigger on this position. Looks like you went 2 contracts again. Maybe go 3, maybe go 4 on a 2 try rule scenario, especially if you're going to be taking off partials. Just another thought there.
Next one, we're going to pop down here. Finger over the close just in case.
All right, so there's your first blue bar, right? First place that I might be pulling it at that, you're at 45. So your worst case scenario, you know, yes, it moves back up on you. We did go, sure, you give up 5 ticks, but you gave up 10 instead of the 5. You know, boom, first blue bar. Okay, close it. Sure, I'll give it to you.
I'm out.
Okay, so, and no runner, even though you're on a DCDM. You know, if there was something else showing him that to exit, I would definitely, you know, you want to try to hold out. Remember that whole thing? We say, you know, you're pro when you let it go. There you go.
Enigma short.
Okay. Again, I don't know what is up with the the level of zoom or what's necessary, but let's watch the, again, slow motion of, okay, there's a red enigma over there. If you feel like this needs to be over here, then give yourself the space over here, increase your margins over on the right. But this sliding over before you get in, I know you've got the hotkeys, so maybe it's on your thumb, but adjusting the chart, moving over like that, I don't know how that's helping. Maybe you guys can explain to me, like what's, maybe you guys think it does help. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think so.
Enigma short.
I mean, there's just a lot of movement going on there, right? A lot of fidgeting. Fidgeting does not pay the bills. Just trying to help out.
I mean, everything's looking right here. This should definitely work out. Come on, baby. Let's drop it down. Drop it. Drop it.
So again, he may be a hotkey player, but it just makes me nervous when I see somebody moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, do all this stuff with the chart. I think I've shown you guys on one of my videos, left hand, I've got over those buttons over here on the left where I've got, so on my right hand, the sell buttons are on the right, the buy buttons are on the left. So I'm thinking with my left hand over here on the buttons on the keyboard, I'm buy or close, okay? My right hand is going to be over the sell over here. That way, because I know people are like, oh, well, I can just think left or right or hit the button over there. My sell or my buy buttons over here. Listen, that's actually hard. Okay, it's hard to think that way. But if you divide your body, remember my video talking about if you think one side of your body, this side over here, again, it's mirrored, but pretend like we're looking away. Okay, audience, left versus stage left type of thing. Left over here, this is buy, this is sell. Okay, your right hand, sell, left hand, buy. You just divide your head like that, your body just, it's so much easier mentally to just think left, buy, right? So you're never going to think about it like, oh, what do I got to press? Because you get in the heat of the moment, especially when the market's moving so fast like this. These are just little tips that I think they're going to help you when you're in the heat of the moment while you're in battle playing the game. Okay, carry on.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Come on, baby, drop it down. Come on. Man, I wish I had that audio box.
So much movement. I mean, do y'all see how much movement I'm talking about? Like, I just let him that whole time just move and move and move and move and move the chart. I personally, I do not understand this at all. Like, I have no reason. This makes me nervous just watching it. Just, I feel like it's like riding on a ship and your just hands are not on the rudder. I don't know. It makes you very nervous watching this. There's way too much fidgeting around.
I hate that I don't have it. Come on, drop it. Shit. Oof, that was a big one. Two finger on the 24 going to the downside, it looks like. We've got an Enigma short here. We're red dot on the 3 now, so let's go ahead and take that short.
Please tell me y'all saw how much movement of this chart there was. There's so much movement. It's a lot of movement going on here, okay? This habit, you got to break this habit. I really think it's going to hurt you long term if you can't. Yeah, and if you need it over like this, again, go ahead. Just give yourself the space, right? You may want to even put a big, I've seen one of our members put some big time frame charts over here on the right that kind of pulls these two main charts kind of over here. So, more center. If you need those over there, because it does look like I see his head. He's really looking over there to the left. Or, this may be a mirrored view looking over to the right. But yeah, he's just really having to like glare over to one side. Yeah, I would adjust. I would make adjustments and ask myself what's causing me to do that, and whatever's causing you to do that, adjust accordingly so that it feels you need to feel more comfortable in your space. That's what I feel like you don't feel comfortable in it. That's maybe what we need to do there.
We've got a red dot on the 3 plus the Enigma short here. So we have several things going for us. The thing that kind of scares me is that shark, but it didn't even come down anywhere near the entry point, which is way down there.
So hard to watch. Oh man, so much movement, killing me.
So I'm not seeing any opposing signals as of now, except for the shark. But like I said, it's nowhere near the entry point yet. We got a pink dot on the 3. Come on, baby, come on. Ah, now we got an Enigma long. I gotta close it. Fuck.
That's okay. Good exit. I don't know how much of any of that cost in on the entry. So this was there for a very long time. I don't know if he could have gotten a better entry on that. It feels like he could have, but I don't know. Maybe if he hit it, it might be in the same place. Doesn't cost too much. And yes, so if the Enigma showed up on the other side, okay, nothing wrong with bailing on that. You do have double king timing coming up. This is a scenario where when I have one of these, when something in front of it goes, hey, I don't know what's about to occur type of thing, whatever hits right after this double timing, I'm going in that direction. Makes sense. Now, I don't know if we get to see that in this video or not, but if this was the last thing I saw and we hit that king timing line, I'm going, and I'm putting my stop there. Okay. And remember, that's that double king timing. Lucky Sevens, Enigma, DCDM. Okay. Lucky Sevens, I actually think he got a double Enigma, I think.
So we have an Enigma long on the 2 again.
Again, lots of what is up with all this space, bro? I really do think he's actually trying to bring it into his vision view, just how much he's having to look over to the left. I always tell you guys, try to center the stuff that you're looking at. Now, mind you, maybe he has NQ off on the right and he's got RTY and stuff over to the left. That's always why I tell you, though, center the thing that's the fastest, because that's the one you're gonna have to react to the most, which is why NQ in general should be at the spot that should be really centering you, just in general. So another note where I think this should probably be adjusted. I probably need to see, Coop, need to see your your layout and setup. Maybe I can help you out. I bet you can figure it out though. Just after this video, I think you're gonna be able to figure out what I'm saying. You'll be able to adjust accordingly. But this is this is almost crazy talk, bro. Like, the snowman could fit in here. I mean, ICT's head could fit in here, bro. Big old fat head could fit up in there. It's crazy.
So we have Enigma long and the 2 and 3 right now.
Juicy, bro. This is Lucky Sevens. What do I tell y'all? This is classic. This is one of my absolute favorites. Lucky Sevens, final 7 minutes of the day. Double Enigmas coming in. What am I doing? We are going long and strong. We're going to try to hold this to the end of the day, right?
It's quite a bit of risk. See if we can catch the Lucky Sevens here. I'm not hearing any noises right now.
And you know what you gotta love is that is grinding. Can you tell that's grinding? Can everybody tell? I want you to make a note, Coop. This is a massive thing, really good for you. Save this video right here. The speed, this is grind. This thing has gone dun, 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 and now it's really slowed down. A lot of retail traders are gonna be like, oh, they say things like, oh, it's run out of steam. Oh, it's run out of energy. Oh, they're not pushing it as much. Oh, they've lost momentum. That's exactly how they kill them. That's exactly how they destroy them. When this occurs, boom, they're all trying to get short, and then they just use all of that juice to launch it, which is what's coming in right here. Okay. Now it's a grind. So in a grind, we do not rewind. This sucker is not going back down there. Okay. We went from here all the way up here, bro. We are not going back down. Grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. It's going to go. This is going to be a great play. I would be loading up at least 4 to 6 contracts here. I know you've been doing 2s the whole time. This is one. Go add some more to that position. Any kind of pullback into it, add to this position as they're going up. Stop back behind here and roll it.
Come on, baby, push it up. I'd love to get that here. Uh-oh, I'm hearing some selling sounds here. Come on, push it up. Push it up. Give me this diamond. Give me that diamond, baby. You haven't given me shit all day. Give me that diamond, please. We got the cipher over here, but we do have double enigmas. We're getting real close to the close here, so. There we go. Give me those buy sounds. Come on. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Give me those buy sounds. Hit that on the 2. What do you got? A red dot on the 2. Kind of a 24. All right, it's starting to go up here. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Let's take one off.
Oof. So this is like the trade to really capitalize on. He's taking them off like for no reason. Yeah, I mean, you got a break of that too. Yeah, sucker's just gonna go, and it's that grind, and just here it comes, boom. Just everybody got wrecked and was trying to like short this. All the people that thought it was running out of steam and whatnot, then they just get hosed, and then they panic. They panic buyback because remember they've sold, so now they have to panic buy, and it just ends up pushing. This is why we have that whole play at the end of the day, and it's called pin them to the highs. You heard me say it. Pin them to the highs. They're gonna get pinned. There's no way for them to get out. They had their last shot to get out, and they're toast.
Got my finger over the close just in case. Come on, keep it going. That's what I like to see there. Keep pushing up, baby. Keep pushing up. Got my finger over the close just in case here. DCDM. Okay, let's move that.
Oh, man. Add to that position, bro. So if you took one off, remember my whole thing with half on, half off add, right? Okay, if he's going to take half off earlier, this is his shot here where he could go ahead and add that back. And it's your final trade of the day here. And, he's not down that far. He had been down, I think, 900. This play completely overrides all of that. He'll be back in a positive territory if you play out a play like this.
Let's put that there. Come on, push that up, baby. Push it up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Closing it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so on a double cross, double move, like, I think it's hilarious when these Muppets like ICT are like, so my precision of my fair value gap. It's like this is a zone of space, folks. This is pinpoint precision. Literally touches the gold line target, double cross to the double move, boom, touch all the way there. So he could have held out a little bit more. He still ends up going away with only minus 485 on that rough day there. But again, he plays this well. That's nothing. That gets wiped out and then some. But hey, win, stay to win, go another day. That's good. I know he's got the pressure of 20 accounts back behind there. So I'm sure that doesn't help. That's, that's extra sweaty. It's making your palms extra sweaty, I'm sure. But look at this. I think he ends up bailing right around here somewhere. But you know, he gets an extra, there's another 10 ticks out of that, all the way to the back of that target there, and then closing out. I know somebody said, oh, but you got a big red cipher over there. Remember, as these get broken, that makes it even more powerful. You want to see the back of that sucker get broken. And again, we're not playing ciphers by themselves. I always told you got to have something else. There has to be something more than just a cipher, and all of that juice coming in there and it's busting through. It's a final play. It's the lucky sevens. Ride it to the end of the day. You got the space up above you to go up to the golden ropes in the highest time frame. Highest time frames are coming into play in that end of day move, and crushed it with the Enigma, double Enigma that we didn't see again, but on his threes, he has the algo bars, threes and twos. Down here, he's flipped over to the twos, but I would love to see what that threes look like. So you can see that double Enigma play in the push to the close of day, because there's the close right there at 4 p.m. at the high. Isn't that beautiful? Oof, man, that's good stuff. I know that was a long session. Wasn't planning on it being that long, but had 3 traders to get through, and it's been a while since we did one. I think you guys got a lot out of this. Make sure you guys share it with other folks, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Blood Spot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang. Let's send out that big H-Town. See ya.